Hello, hi, good morning, afternoon, or night. My name is Nelly and I am an aspiring indie author, and thank you for joining. So today we're going to be doing my March wrap up. It's going to be a sad little wrap up because I only read 3 books, but I've put this on myself to do one every month, no matter how little I read, because it kind of incentivizes me to keep reading. Like, honestly, if I didn't know I was gonna film this video, probably would have stuck to the 2 books I read at the beginning of the month and then just like gotten into a slump for the next 2 months or something. So I'm so thankful I'm doing these videos now. But yeah, let's get into the books. Also, we had apparently a themed month this month because I read all the same like genre. So let's get into it. Is my hair looking a little crazy? It's still wet from last night's shower and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with it. Whatever. So the first book we read this month is Seduce Me at Sunrise by Lisa Kleypas. This is the second book in the Hathaway series, and this one we're following a second Hathaway sister as she goes to fall in love and get married. But in this one, we already know the man, which if you've read the first book, you know who it is. I don't know if it's considered a spoiler for me to say it. Like, I feel like it's not, because this entire series is like companion books, but also you kind of do have to read the one before it to read the second one. Like, you don't have to have like there's no like specific storyline going throughout the entire thing. Each one follows a different sibling as they fall in love, but each one has the previous happenings going on. So like, technically you don't have to, but I would definitely recommend you do read them in order. So yeah, she does fall in love with someone. I really enjoyed it. Really kind of frustrated me. I will say Leo, which is the only Hathaway brother, is my favorite character. He's so funny. He's so funny, you guys. He's hilarious. And not just in this book, like in every single one so far, he's been so funny. But like this book, so what Lisa does is, at least for the Hathaway series, in every book there's a love triangle, but it's not really a love triangle because it's kind of like it's the romance between the two of them, and there's always a third guy who the girl never has feelings for, but like he's there kind of as like a threat to the main guy to be like, you gotta get this going. And that was really evident in this book, but it was just annoying. And I feel like I always catch on like the bullshit that they're playing. And overall, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I really enjoyed when they finally gave in and they like, got together. But there were some frustrating parts. I'm over here trying to remember. It's been a month, okay? My memory's not that great. And I forgot to take notes, so there's that. I forgot to say it, but I gave Seduce Me at Sunrise 4 stars or a 4.2. I think it was a 4 stars. Yeah, I think I gave it a 4 stars. It was a ton of fun, but there were some frustrating moments. So the second book I read this month was 9 Rules to Break When Romancing a Rake by Sarah MacLean. This is the first book in the Rules by Love by Numbers trilogy. It was really fun. So this one follows our main character, whose name I don't remember. What's her name? What? Oh, Callie. So this one follows Callie as I think she's gone through 3 or 4 seasons at this point. Like, she's gone through many seasons and she's still unmarried. So she's just like, you know what? F it. I'm the most proper lady and I'm still not getting it. So I'm just gonna start breaking some rules. So she writes down like a bucket list kind of the things women aren't supposed to do that she wants to try. So like shooting a gun, going to a gentleman's club, fencing, stuff like that. And this isn't spoilers, it's all in the blurb. And she basically sets herself out to do it. And during like her little expedition, she meets with, what was this man's name? Gabriel. She meets Gabriel and they fall in love, obviously. And this one was probably my favorite one of the month. I gave this one a 4.2 stars, something like that, because again, this one had frustrating moments. I think the most frustrating part is Callie's self-deprecation, because in the beginning to middle it makes a ton of sense, because that's a lot of like where the story's building from. But from like 60% or so and on, I was just like, girl, has there been no growth? Like, you need to get over this. So like it made sense at first, but at some point I was like, okay, but like the point of the growth of this story is that you need to stop self-deprecating yourself. So that definitely dropped it. I'm sure that, like, it just wasn't like, for me to give a Regency romance 5 stars, there's something that has to hit me, and I just didn't get that hit, you know? But I really, really enjoyed it, and just a ton of fun. Like, what can I say? I'm just remembering one of the scenes of like right before they officially got engaged kind of thing. But yeah, this book was a ton of fun. By the way, you're seeing pictures of all of these because I got all these audiobooks from the library, so I didn't physically read anything this month. And the third and final book I read this month was Tet Me at Twilight by Lisa Kleypas. This is the third book in the Hathaway series. And this is following a third Hathaway sister. So yeah, this one was interesting. It was good. I did enjoy it. And again, this one also had like that third person in the romance, like the second guy that like kind of throws something into the relationship. Although this one definitely played a bigger role, kind of, because it starts off like literally in the first chapter, she's in love with this guy already, but she ends up like not marrying this guy. So that, like, he actually does play a bigger role. But when I tell you, I did not care in the slightest bit when they couldn't be together. I was like, okay, I don't care. Like, can we move this along? Like, there were parts where I was bored. I was like, come on, we need to move this along. Again, Leo is my favorite character. He's just so funny. The fourth book, the next one, is about Leo, and I think that's gonna be so much fun. And then the fifth one's about the final Hathaway sister. I do plan on reading those whenever my library gives them to me. So yeah, honestly, this series has been a ton of fun. It's very, like, they're not concerned about being very lady. Well, okay, Poppy in this third book was, but in general, they're not really concerned about being very ladylike and, you know, fitting in with a ton. And it just makes these books so much more fun, because there's just like all these different, you know, characteristics for these people that kind of make them different, don't make them fit in, but in a way they still fit in. Plus they're gypsies in the family, so they're already not fitting into society. But yeah, honestly, it was a ton of fun. It was Harry, who's the love interest in this story, is very, very possessive, and you don't really understand why until the end, and then you're like, okay, I get it. But like, still, he's very possessive, and that's coming from someone who likes possessiveness. I was like, boy, you tell me what to do one more time, I'm gonna sock you in the face. So I don't know, but like, Poppy is also the most ladylike in the entire Hathaway clan, so I think kind of fits with their relationship. But yeah, Poppy's little plan to meet her siblings and have Harry there and stuff, I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to ruin it, but like, that ending part really enjoyed, loved it. The last chapter was a little too much for me, but like right before that, those I think it starts from like chapter 20, 21, something like that. Those chapters, so much fun. Oh, it was a great time. So yeah, those are the 3 books that I read this month. Not much, but hey, at least I enjoyed every single one of them. I don't remember if I said I gave Tet Me at Twilight 4 stars too. But I enjoyed every single one of them. It was a ton of fun. Hopefully I do a little bit better in April, because I'd like to hit at least 5 books every month. I'm still way ahead of my Goodreads goal. I don't remember what number I'm at. Hold on. Let's check. We're at 19 books for the year, so I'm 7 books ahead. So I'm doing pretty well, but I'd like to keep that momentum up. Although Camp NaNoWriMo is this month, so it's gonna make things a lot harder. But anyway, that was my little wrap up for March. If you enjoyed this, please like it. If you just enjoy content like this, you can subscribe and have me rambling more and more in your ear in the following weeks and months. But yeah, my alarm's about to go off because I have class in 3 minutes. I'm so proud of myself for filming that in like these 20 minutes. But thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna go to class now.